Good morning, this is Alan and Jorge. We're Pump It Up Pump Service. I'm the owner. Jorge is my superintendent. He basically helps me run the field and schedules everything, and we're just here. We just want to say thank you. We had this made up. We're celebrating 20 years in business this year. Started in 2001. I started it with one truck, and just we wanted to have a better place to work where we could service customers and give them good service. And we just want to say thank you for 20 years of customers that, our best source of advertisement is word of mouth, and we do a good job and people call us back. So we have on call 7 days a week. We have a rotating call for the weekend. We don't have a full staff on the weekend, but we do emergency out of water calls on the weekends. We schedule everything during the week. We do have an on call at night. So if somebody's out of water, we can send a technician out to get it done. We've been serving the Valley here since 2001. We're based out of Phoenix. We do most of our work in the Whitman, North Phoenix, Scottsdale, Tonopah, but we do service the rest of the state. It's just we do have to have, where we are based out of Phoenix, it costs a little more, and we do refer other companies out that are in the other part of the state because we don't want to overcharge somebody for travel time and things like that, but we want to make sure that people are taken care of and back in water. We do take emergency service calls over our new installs. We do a lot of new well construction for new houses and things, but we do our emergency always has front of the line because we believe that when somebody's out of water, they have livestock, of course, showers and everything that they're thinking about, but we want to get them back up and running as soon as possible. And some of our new install guys kind of get a little irritated with them, but we just sit there and tell them, if the shoe was reversed and you were out there without water, would you like us to go to the new install since it was on the schedule and then put you in the back of the loop, or would you like to have front of the line privileges? We have 5 technicians that are all, 3 of them are factory trained. Most of them has worked with us for over a year now. Yeah. We've had everybody on staff.
So I guess I'll kind of just introduce myself a little bit. Like Alan said, I'm the lead technician. I'm in charge of scheduling the crews, quoting jobs. Alan and I visit job sites and we look over jobs. But most importantly, I want to thank you guys for, like Alan said, joining us to celebrate 20 years of Pump It Up. I've been with the company for 5 years, and it's really satisfying. The service that we provide, it's essential. So I get a kick out of it every day, just helping you guys. Again, thank you for joining us. Like Alan said, it's great. Just servicing. Emergency calls take priority. So here we are, another Pump It Up install. Getting ready to put a brand new pump in here for a customer. Tell us a little bit about what we're doing here, Josh.
Right now we're sending our sounding tool down into the casings to tag water level or static water level, and then after that we have to send it down further to check the bottom of the well so that we can tell accurately the proper placement of your pump where it needs to be once we gather all that information.
Perfect. So we do all our homework at the shop. We make sure we size the right pumps, and here we're verifying that our water level and the well depth is where it should be. That way we can get the best pump system installed. The housing market, the way it is, we've been getting a lot of calls about well inspections. A lot of you guys may not know that is part of the lending process. Most of the time the lender will ask for a well inspection if you're buying a property with the well on it. So Pump It Up does specialize in providing a written report, a field examination of all the above ground equipment, making sure that before you purchase that home, you're walking into something that is going to be functional and that's going to provide for your family without
and safe also. We want to make sure that there's no, like the check valves are in the right place, so you're not backfeeding from, a hose or something like that, so we can't introduce, bacteria to the system and contaminants.
Yeah. That does bring us into like part of the well inspection. A lot of times you do a water sample, which we're testing the quality of the water to make sure some people like drinking well water, but we want to make sure that well water is safe to drink. So that is a service that we provide. There is a package deal that can go along with your well inspection. It involves a water sample as well. And then from there, it's not, if we find something that's wrong, we go ahead and note it, and we'll provide a quote. That way, if you guys decide to take care of those issues, they're taken care of before you move in.
And a lot of times there's a lot of well systems that have been working for 25, 30 years or more, and they still are working, but there's some things, new technologies and some new ways to just to be able to have the data to secure the control boxes. Some of them, the electrical fittings and stuff, being in the sun for 25, 30 years, yes, it may still be working, but okay, we do a list of stuff that is needing to be done to make it where it's a usable system, but we also do upgrade like breakers and things to bring it up to new code standards.
With that being said, we do like our training, our technicians, like I was saying, they're trained in-house, and a lot of times Alan has taken the opportunity that our vendors give us to get that updated training on the most current systems. That way we can provide that system, that service for new systems, the better systems that are coming out.
So in conjunction with the well inspections, some of the lenders, it's outside of our realm, but it's what the lender is requiring for the well inspection. Some of them require a flow test,
Right.
which we can do, but we do have to shut the water down to the house for, whatever the duration that they're required. Some of them require a 4-hour flow test. Some of them just want an hour test to see that the well is going to be producing for the time, so that way it is an adequate supply.
Yeah, so our experience with flow tests is that the lender wants to know, especially on shared wells, they want to know that the well is going to provide for the homes that are on that well. So like Alan said, 4-hour flow test is very common, and we do provide that service. We just want to let you, the customer, know that at that time the system is going to be shut down most of the time, and you won't be able to use your water.
Well, and then that goes into another point, is if there is multiple houses on the system when we're doing the flow test, we need to basically communicate with the other homeowners that it will be out for a 4-hour or whatever the duration of the flow test. So that way we just don't have irritated neighbors. And we don't want people coming out, what are you doing with my well? We want to just communicate, and we want to put our best foot forward for, one thing, you're moving into a new neighborhood. You don't want to start out on the wrong foot of having your neighbors irritated at you because you shut their well down for 4 hours.
No, and Marlo in the office, most of the time when you call in, you'll get her. She's very good at telling you what Pump It Up requires from you when requesting a water sample, well inspection, and then even a flow test. We need authorization, and please call the office. Marlo's more than happy to give you all that information. To the maintenance program, it's something that Pump It Up has been working on, trying to get the customers that better deal. Most of the time, in my experience, I've seen that we have people moving from within city limits to a county island where they're having to move into a well they're not very familiar, and that's where this maintenance program kind of comes in. We take that worry away from you, because if you hire Pump It Up to do a maintenance program, we're going to go in there annually, and we have several different packages that we're working on. We do annually, quarterly, and biannually. So what that entails is we're going in and we're checking the equipment out to make sure that the components are working correctly together. It's like a tune-up on your vehicle. It's okay, so are my brakes going bad? Do I need to get that, do I have a radiator leak or something like that? Something that will maybe cause a bigger failure like a motor or something. But on the well system, if you have, pressure tanks, you have the piping, on there, the pressure switch settings, and you have to adjust all of them together to make sure that we're not cycling the system too often, because yes, the water will come out, but if they're not working correctly, we could maybe replace a pressure switch, doing an adjustment on a pressure switch that costs, substantially less than what a full pull of a well pump, to make it last as long as possible. And we can also tell, by going out there, okay, so the motor is pulling less amps, maybe we want to be proactive into replacing this piece of equipment before we're completely out of water. Yeah, most of the time, my best advice to the customer would be, I feel like we get called in after the problem has gotten worse. If you notice anything on your system acting up, it's the time to do it. Get a service call us. We're more than happy to go out and check your system before you start having these costly repairs, because it could, like Alan said, it's just a small, simple component. So what the maintenance program is doing, we're offering it to the customers yearly, quarterly, and biannually, right? And it'll give you a discount rate on weekend service calls, discount rate on material, and it's just trying to keep these systems working for as long as possible.
And also, we just want to, if there is an issue that we can catch, we may be able to alleviate that by doing a simple adjustment or replacing a small component compared to a well pump that's set down at, 600 feet. It's pretty labor intensive, and to get it out and remove it, which, that's what we do for a living. But we don't want to sell anything that is not needed. If we can maybe do something for preventative maintenance, and in the long run, it'll save the customer money.
Correct. Yep. Okay.
Again, thank you for joining us today, and if you're taking time to watch us, we do appreciate your time. We do appreciate all of our customers, because they're the ones that provide for our families, because without you guys, we can't be in business. We want to say thank you, of course, to our vendors that we work with, because a lot of times we have to call them if there's something that's after hours. They have to leave their families to come in to open up to help us get pieces and parts out, because we do stock a lot of them, but most of the time we do have to go get them.
Yeah.
And then our employees, our staff is who represents us out there. And we have professional people that enjoy what they're doing. We do have our issues too. I'd love to say we don't have any issues, but that's part of being human in life. And this is a family operation. I mean, when we started in 2001, it was me in a truck, and a lot of times it was Taco Bell and the kids in the car seat. And we're going out doing service calls at night with my 4-year-old girl holding the flashlight wherever she thought it was cool. But that's how we've grown, and we've tried to better ourselves to provide a better service. And we just Arizona has been very good to us, and our customers hopefully appreciate the job that we're trying to do. And like I said, we do appreciate everything that everybody does.
Yeah. No, with Alan said it, this is a family-owned business, and that really plays a role in here at Pump It Up and prior. Yeah, I want to thank you guys for joining us today. It's good to be here. It's good to service you guys. Thank you to all the vendors for putting up with us, and the long hours, after hours, and mostly the customers. I enjoy hearing stories from every customer. That's what I love about this job, that every day is different. I get to meet new people, and just seeing the smile on their face when we walk away, that's what we like to see. So thank you, Alan, for allowing me to be a part of Pump It Up, and hopefully it continues to be this way for a very long time.
Thank you.